Kunal and I are the co-founders of Moondrop Entertainment, and we made an app called Drawp, D-R-A-W-P. The purpose of Drawp was to make it easy for children and exciting to create drawings and share their creations with family members and friends. You begin, and we knew that iPads were shared devices, so we gave the parents the ability to make unlimited different profiles, because we know that children don't want to share their drawings to be mixed. So in this case, I'll choose to be the red character. The first part of Drawp is we knew that Kunal and I both remembered how exciting it was drawing with physical paints, and we wanted to try to experiment. What elements would be exciting about digital paints? So let me clear this, begin a new canvas, and show you some of the paints that we developed. This is one of my favorites. Things like this, or we thought, okay, so if we're in not the physical space, what could be possible if we're not in the real world? So this reminded us of hair. We said, what if kids could paint with metal? What if kids could paint with fur? So we were, this is fur, for example. And this is clouds, of all different colors, and this reminds me of thunder. And we gave children the ability to draw on either a blank page or canvases, like this one. I'll show you in a second. So like these, or in a photograph. So for example, you could choose you could take a photo or choose any photo from the gallery. Let's say that. You can manipulate photographs and attach them, and erase over them and keep the parts that you like. And then you can add audio. And after all of this, we wanted for it to be very simple for children to just share with the other people, with the special people in their lives. So we give the parents the ability to set up a network for children, and each person is represented by a picture. And of course, each person, so in this case, you have Orange, Anna, N, but it would be mom, dad, grandma. And if they don't set a photograph to the picture, we give the child the option to choose profile pictures like these. And then to send, all you do is drag. So if the person has Drawp, they would receive the drawing in their Drawp app. But if they don't have Drawp, like grandparents, if they don't have an iPad or if they just don't want to download our app, the child should still be able to send the drawing to the grandparent. So the parent can configure each of these people as email recipients or text recipients, and if the parent shares with this, for example, Anna as email, I would receive it in my email, and if I replied as a normal email, the child would receive my response in the app. So we just wanted to make a secure environment for the child, but give the adults the freedom to receive anything in any way that they might like. And so I'll give you an example we have one family where the grandmother is in Haiti, and the granddaughter is in Canada, and the aunts are in different parts of the US. And they use Drawp, and they sent me this email, which made me, I just love it, so I'll share it. So that's how it would look if you receive a Drawp email on your email. And you would also receive sound. So that is Eileen telling the grandparent and her aunt how Sibyl is doing with her voice. And I know that in this particular case, the grandmother likes responding with Drawp, with audio, but the aunt doesn't want to deal with it, so she just responds with text.
So you can receive the audio over email, text message, in the app, essentially trying to provide access points no matter what kind of mechanism you use, whether or not you have the app.
So, and if parents don't get around, we wanted the child to experience that magic of sharing and getting a response. So if the parents haven't gotten around to setting up the network, we created Drawp Buddy, where if the child shares with Drawp Buddy will always respond. even if you're offline. So in this case, Drawp Buddy sent you a drawing. And we've seen that some children draw Drawp Buddy, and they appreciate the fact that Drawp Buddy responds. Oh, this Facebook feature that you see here, that's only enabled for parent accounts. Children cannot share with Facebook. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Questions?
I'm just wondering if you were at all influenced by something that I used to love to play with when I was younger called Kid Pigs.
It's funny you say that because as we've been testing this, slowly but surely, a lot of users have actually been telling us that. So what you actually didn't see was how the color packs look when we, before you basically, they essentially burst into colors. Each color pack has been, we've carefully chosen names for each of them. Like the hair one, which Anna showed, is actually called hair play. There's like a squares, which is called megapixels.
I didn't show the squares. You speak and I'll show them.
So essentially, you're right. So I mean, that would be awesome for us to be considered that. And of course, we strive towards that. But yeah, I think it's more like just the excitement of paints and what's possible with the finger and a tablet and the magical stuff that can happen. And
you give up some stuff when you're drawing in digital versus pen and paper. But what we ask is, what do you gain?
Right.
And
even the drawings that have been created, I don't know, even the drawings that have been created are in a way, it's a lot of exploration of paints, especially younger kids. What they do is they actually, so with the hair paint, I mean, I don't know if I can show it to you, but I think this is fascinating because a lot of kids actually do this, which is pick up a paint, this is the hair play, and kind of just go in circles, because no matter how many circles you go, the paint never looks the same.
Or the cloud does that too.
Right, so. Any other questions?
What's the difference between your free and your paid app?
So our completely free app has 20 paints and about 20 canvases. And the paid app has 192 paints, and it will have 60 canvases. So the paid Drawp Unlimited gives access. We make a release about once every 2 weeks with new canvases, and the paid app has access to all of the canvases that we'll ever produce.
So, and it's actually a lineup for what's coming up. Basically, the Drawp Unlimited is like an all-access version. We've got a ton more features that are coming up actually in the next 10 days, and so the goal is that the all-access version is no matter, once you've paid for it, it basically gives you everything.
Forever.
Forever, exactly.
How many different users can you have?
Unlimited.
There's one caveat, only one caveat to that what you see over here, we're trying to figure this out, but essentially the whole reason that we chose to surround the canvas with users was to basically make the child feel the presence of everyone. So if you think of an infinite scroll view, right, it's kind of hard for the child to kind of think about what that means in real life. But when you surround the people with what you have, it's kind of like, okay, everyone's around me. But that has a limitation, which is you can only have as many friends as kind of wraps around.
How many children can you have?
Oh, unlimited.
Yeah, children you can, yeah.
You can't link them to an unlimited circle.
Correct.
Right.
Exactly.
I want to just make a comment on that menu that's up there right now. Do you see how it sort of does that?
Yes.
If Dan Russell Pinson was doing that, or if Jack Minsky was trying, what you're trying to do is simulate life, that it's alive and waiting for you. It's the Bob used to call it the hunting dog interface, where it's just ready, it's alive. You could do something more subtle. It doesn't need to be so pushing. If their eyes move just a little bit, it would give this illusion more of life. I swear that's one of the reasons Motion Monsters is such a success, because it has that first 15 seconds, the little creature follows your cursor, and it has this illusion of life. You don't have to push so hard on the life. You have to just do something subtle, and that'll get children much more interested. Very small touch, but it's one of those things that in this space, when you're going into interactive, the little things at the very beginning of the transaction make a big difference. So I just want to make that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's a great
feedback.
point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Last request, lasers.
Yes.
Is it dust or magic? I'm seeing a cluster initially.
coming in, it's definitely positive. Every one is about 5, 7, 8-ish. I'd say about 8.2, my friends.